Just a few weeks ago, we checked out Gran Turismo 4 Prologue.
It feels like a fever dream.
The first installment of its kind in the series that was supposed to give fans an early look at the upcoming Gran Turismo 4. Fast forward a few years to when the PlayStation 3 was still relatively new, a new Gran Turismo game wasn't actually anywhere to be seen. While Gran Turismo 3 launched relatively close to the PlayStation 2's launch, for better or for worse, it would take several years for a Gran Turismo game to come out on the PS3. In order to bridge the long gap, a new Prologue entry was needed now more than ever. And so Polyphony released Gran Turismo 5 Prologue in December 2007, almost 3 years before the launch of the full game. In comparison to its previous entry, GT5 Prologue would feature many additions and new content, even providing full-blown online multiplayer. Since I am, once again, a few years late to the party, we're only going to cover the base single-player experience. How does GT5 Prologue stack up to its predecessor, and was it actually a good first look at Gran Turismo 5? That's what I wanted to find out, so I once again hopped onto the RPCS3 emulator, which produced a few more visual glitches this time around, but nothing that's game-breaking. As with my last video on Gran Turismo 5, the full game, you can find my emulator settings in the description below. Online user agreements. Yeah, I don't think they work. I don't think the servers for this are working anymore, my guy, but yeah, sure, I'll accept. Welcome to Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. The first thing you need to do is visit the dealerships and buy yourself a car. Well, that's straightforward. Not even an intro movie. That looks a little bit glitched up in the top left there, don't you think? So what do we got here? Acura, Alfa Romeo, Audi, Aston Martin. That's actually a lot of brands. What can we afford? We have 35,000. I'm guessing we probably can't afford a Ferrari with that money. But this already seems a little bit more in-depth than Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, which was basically just a bunch of license tests slapped together. But here it seems like you actually have like currency and, you know, you can buy cars. Makes sense that they actually continually updated this. Also, this had multiplayer, which I find really interesting. Like, what demo do you know that actually has a multiplayer? We can barely not afford this for. That's that. We could start with the C4 if we want to blow ourselves up. What is this? An Atenza Sport? You know what? I think we're gonna start with that one. Dude, we can even buy an RX-8 in the beginning. Now, I'll start with that one, I think, because that one is once again just one of those weird family regular cars that, you know, aren't really used that often. Atenza Sport. I mean, it is sport. It's not technically like regular car, but hey, as close as it gets, I think. Gotta say, not even a bad looking car. I actually quite like it. What is this jump scare? The Atenza jump scare right here. Start by participating in Class C beginner events. Okay, so C is easy, A is hard. Got it. Dude, this is like a whole career mode in here. And you probably earn money from this too, right? Dude, that is so cool. Right, there we are. I don't remember what this track looked like in the regular game. But I feel like there are some slight differences in the UI. Alright, this is cool. This works. I'm just glad this is running. Wait, what is this? Oh, I think it just tells you what speed you need to have through that corner. Interesting. Look at that. I don't think you had these kind of animations in GT5. I forgot what it looked like in there. But definitely wasn't like that. That definitely changed. This demo also does not have any standard cars, right? I feel like that kind of left a wrong impression on people, because then, you know, it's only natural that people expect fully fleshed out cars on all the cars in the final game, when this is all you can kind of see here, you know? The first race of the lightweight K-Cup. Wait, I don't have a car for that! I just drove one race, I already can't participate. And for this we need a cappuccino. I think the cappuccino could probably also compete here. Yeah, okay, so we need to buy a cappuccino. I wonder if I have enough money for that already. Let's see. Okay, we can just barely not afford it. Okay, so let's do one more race, and then we can go and get the cappuccino. So we're just skipping to event C4. What's with all the C4 so far, man? There's C4 in my house that I don't know about? But I gotta say, this game looks good. But I remember GT5 looking a little bit better. I couldn't really pinpoint what exactly, but I just remember it looking better in general. Not by much, but a little bit. The difference between Gran Turismo 4 Prologue and the original Gran Turismo 4, the differences between those games was pretty dramatic if you look at it side by side. And I don't think you're gonna have such a drastic difference here, but it's noticeable. Like with the lighting being a little bit more flat, for example, or also probably stuff in the environment being a little bit more simplistic. I think that's something you could easily notice if you just look at both games side by side. When I switch to the bumper cam, look what happens to the road. I mean, for all I know, that might be an emulation issue. Oh, yeah, most probably is an emulation issue. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh god, I should have read the description. Take to the high-speed ring in your cappuccino. Take to the road and attempt to beat the target lap time within 10 minutes. Wait, you actually start from the pit lane? And you can drive... Wait, for science, you can actually drive freely through the pit lane. Can I drive in here? No, obviously not. I had to do it for science, man. What in the world? That is bizarre. Like, I'm usually so used to the game just taking control away from me whenever I go to the pit lane. And it just like drives automatically. But that feels strange. Being able to dick around like that in the pit lane. But it is a 139 for gold. And surely gold is all we're going for here. We definitely gotta make use of this slipstream as much as we can. Although I think most of them are just gonna pass us. Like that's a Lancia Delta. But doesn't mean we can't use them for a little bit of slipstreaming. Even if it's just for a couple seconds. Yeah, this is actually a track day. Like a full-on track day. Bunch of cars on the lap. No one's racing anyone. Except for you obviously racing the time. I can't believe we're actually passing the Lancia. I think that Lancia is gonna be our key to success. Unless it's actually driving away now, which I think it is. Okay. Okay, that's a mini behind us. Okay, that mini is gonna be our best friend. Okay, I tried to let him bump me. It didn't really work, which blows. Now I can't even use him for slipstreaming or anything. God damn it! We have to make use of all these cars driving around, or you're not really gonna make it. How are you supposed to get a gold on this, man? Now the car is at its limit. Can we at least get a silver? No. I did get bronze at the very least. Dude, this is a C. They classify this as a beginner event. What in the world? This is already so difficult, man. I think we can switch back to our previous car. I've get this Suzuki Cappuccino out of my face. One thing that really both surprises and kind of depresses me is when I go back to all of these older Gran Turismo games and realize how many cool tracks they threw away over the years. It's really upsetting. Like, I really wish they would just kind of go the Smash Ultimate approach and try to preserve as much as possible from previous games. Especially tracks that are fantasy, like this one, right? Just copy it, maybe add a little bit more vegetation all over the place. It's probably gonna look fine. I think I really wanna turn off the assists at this point. Yeah, dude, the power is just gone. Like, look at this. No power, no power, no power. There it is. I think you really wanna turn those off. Oh my god. What are you doing? There's just no power coming off the car in those corners. Wow, what is this? A plate. Cool. Literally got a salad bowl as a prize. I can put food on it and season it with my tears. What a spit in the face. Alright, it's already feeling a lot better. What? Like, what gear am I supposed to be in there? Like, I'm topping out in first, but I have no power in second. I think this car is just useless. Like, what am I supposed to do here, man? Neither of those gears work. But I get money again, which is nice. I think with those two losses, I made just as much money as one first. So wait, we're passing all of these cars within one lap? Oh god. Oh god. I gotta squeeze as much slipstreaming out of every single car as I can.
It's shaking big time. Slingshot engaged.
Okay, so we're at least up to third already, which is nice. I'm not going to brake here. Dude, why do they want you to drive turn 5 there? Like, I'm doing 250. I'm doing just fine. I don't think I can reach him anymore. Maybe? Maybe? Come on! Yes! Woo! Talk about a clutch. Okay. Pro gaming only on this channel. Let's give this another try. It feels much faster. But I'm not sure if it is. We'll see. I mean, considering we're already up to the focus here. Yeah, nah. Not even comparable, man. Okay. I feel like I can beat all of them in the first lap now. The difference, man. What I could not do in 2 laps with the Mazda, I was now able to do in like almost half a lap. Now, if only I could put something other than the cappuccino in the 3rd event, then we would actually have gold everywhere. Wait, why? Oh, because I probably got at least bronze everywhere. That's probably why they gave me this one. So you probably get another car for getting silver everywhere, and then another car for getting gold everywhere. So it definitely makes a lot of sense to win, or at least get a podium on all of these events. Ah, look at that! We don't have a crest now. Oh, this bothers me, man. But it's so tough. I don't know how to beat that. I'll give it one more try. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, using slipstream is easier said than done. Because the cars here are way faster than you. Like, you won't get much slipstream from them. Like, I think it's probably a little bit more useful to have them bump you, right? At least that's what I thought. Oh, and you have to shift early. The car does not accelerate much on higher RPMs. Okay, that's actually very nice. That is very nice. We're actually speeding up. Okay, forget what I said about slipstream. Oh, mother. Dude, I'm so concentrated. This has to be the one. Like, I'm not gonna get a better opportunity than this again. Nah, but now he's gone. I really needed someone for that long straight here. I mean, maybe I can get closer now in this long corner here, but I blew it. I blew it. Maybe? Oh, no! Oh, nah, man. Oh, hell no, man. Actually so close. But you don't get anything. God damn it. I think for this, we're probably gonna have to buy more cars as well. I think we should probably look at exactly what we need here. Like, for example, we need a 4-wheel drive car, but then here we need an Evo. So instead of just buying any 4-wheel drive car, we should probably buy an Evo right away. Wait, this isn't Renault? Ah, yes, my favorite Renaults. Okay, Mitsubishi. Is this actually Mitsubishi? Okay, it is. Yeah, this is the one we want. It's actually not even that expensive. Of course we're gonna make it yellow. Actual yellow Evo jump scare. Look at this lighting, man. That is actually like horror lighting right there. Oh god, it's not one of those. Okay. Surely this one's easier. Means we don't have to like turbo optimize each and every gear in slipstream. Here we just have to drive. Although the track is definitely tricky. And we need a time of 1:14 to get gold. Also this time we just had a flying start, which I like. I'm not sure with how much speed we spawned. But starting in the pit lane, while it was cool, it basically just wasted an entire lap each and every time. Okay, maybe that was good enough for silver? Okay, it was, okay. But it's still pretty far off from a gold. Whole second still, man, I'll take silver. These are too tough for me, man. Too much grind. Clubman series. I think for those we can once again just take any car. I think before I was still using the Integra, but now that I have the Evo, I can obviously just use the Evo, which is slightly faster. I mean, we're already approaching first here. I guess the difficulty is so all over the place on this one. Some of these events are super trivial, and others are insane in terms of difficulty. Okay, so for this, we need a GTR. I think it's probably going to be very expensive, and I will likely not be able to afford it. We can just barely afford it. Just barely. I hope I get my money's worth out of this thing. Like, that was actually all of my money right there. Like, gone in an instant. Definitely not from this event alone, but maybe some of the later ones. Not again! Oh, man. What do you think? Is this going to be easier or harder than the previous one? It is very fast. This time I actually have to, like, overtake actively, which may or may not mess with us. We will see. So where does that put us? We need a 112 for gold, and honestly, considering our attempt wasn't even that good, I think that's probably the easiest one so far. Ah, now we have traffic though. Nasty. Yeah, okay, GG. GG already. Probably. Nope. But now we were only a little bit less off. Okay, you know what? One more lap. Oh, man. Nowhere to move. How far are we off? Yeah, forget it. Ah! Man, the lighting here doesn't really look good though. Like, oh, what was that? Why did I just get flashbanged? What the hell? Yeah, I'm glad they worked on the lighting here. I don't think it's that good. Like, most of the track is completely shattered in darkness. It's really weird. But I feel like this game kind of shows how the difficulty in Gran Turismo relies heavily on an upgrading system. If you don't have a proper upgrading system, the difficulty is kind of all over the place and doesn't really work. Like, the difficulty in Gran Turismo games usually depends on you and how much you want to actually invest into upgrades. And since this game does not have upgrades, it's kind of all over the place. To a clean 30k. I like these clean numbers. But I think that was the final event, right? In fact, the final event should be a little bit more grand and should give you a little bit more money. But there we go. Ooh, I don't think that one you can even buy. Very nice, but I think it's not gonna beat our Nissan GTR. Now all that's left is the A-Class. Wait, there's an S-Class that unlocks? I don't even know. First race of the American Muscle Car Series. Another 5-lap race. Oh, but for this one we need a muscle car actually. I don't think I have one. Doesn't look like they want a specific car, so any muscle car over 300 horsepower is enough. Viper could be a good one, yeah. I think Corvette could be good too, but that one's way too expensive. So this one has 503 horsepower and weighs 1400 kilos, okay. Yeah, less than 500 horsepower, weighs about the same. Corvette seems like a better deal, honestly. Ford does not count as muscle cars, right? Actually, that one's 1 horsepower short. Wow, okay, exactly 1 horsepower short. I guess we'll save up for a Corvette then. That's the thing when, you know, since this game doesn't really have a lot of events, there isn't really as much flexibility as you might be used to from other Gran Turismo games. Gran Turismo gains. Ooh. I think I'm gonna need to rally a little bit here. But the last few events are actually a little bit longer, surprisingly. Thought that everything would be around the same length. Not really. Definitely have a lot more to do in this Prologue game than in Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. Okay, now we actually have enough money to buy the Corvette, so let's do it. Dude, the menu is so buggy. Wait, event? Oh, there's one make races here. Dude, why was this not in Gran Turismo 5? Or did I just miss that entirely when I played Gran Turismo 5? How cool is that? Wait, wait. Let me go back to Nissan. Yeah, look at that. Get another 20k here, man. Damn. What? Shortcut penalty? Oh, no. No cutting then. That's unusual. But surely I can still, like, bump and be generally reckless, right? You just can't have, like, any massive shortcuts anymore. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that there's like one make races. In that case, it might make sense to buy some of the cheapest cars in here and then do the races with them, because they might pay out more than whatever you paid for the car. Yeah, why was that missing from Gran Turismo 5? I mean, yeah, you had one make races in the regular like events list. But it's not like in Gran Turismo 4 where you had like a whole dozen of one make races scattered across like a bajillion dealerships. So how much did they sell this game for back in the day? If anyone remembers or wants to look at it. Full retail? No way. No way they asked full price for this. Oh boy. Oh, I got punted, man. Save it? Wow, that was a nice save. Like, it is nice, for sure. And I like that this feels a little bit closer to like a full experience. But the keyword is closer. This is not a full Gran Turismo experience. And this should not be sold for the same price. You looked up online and it was 40. Okay. Editor, that entire rant you probably just saved up. You can delete all of that. Son of a bitch! I think the online mode might make this worth 40 bucks after all. And the update support, but yeah, I don't know. I think 30 would have been a better deal, but okay. So, yeah, we wanted to buy a Corvette. And we can also put that one into a one make race if we want to. Which we should probably do, because this thing is really expensive. And getting the money back for this one... it's gonna be a tough ask. I haven't seen this car from the inside yet. Ooh, nice. We got matching racing gloves. Look at the speedo. It's being projected on the windscreen. Futuristic. Okay, so now that we have a Corvette, we can actually enter here. Back to the high-speed ring. What is that? Is that a Ford GT? Wait. Ford GT counts as a muscle car here? Bruh, if I knew that, I would have bought a Ford GT. In what world does a Ford GT count as a muscle car? Isn't that generally considered a supercar? I mean, that's why that stuff needs to be classified, right? Like, Forza does this really well, actually. Where each car always has, like, a division, so to say. And something that Gran Turismo sorely lacks. The series would have probably benefited from something similar. But anyways, we beat the Ford GT. Ooh, that's all that matters. Guys, for this we need a Ferrari F430. I don't think we can afford that right now. 243,000. Where am I supposed to get that money, dude? 2 million for this? You're probably gonna have to grind a lot of online if you want to get any of that. Oh boy. So we need an M3 and somehow I have to make up enough money to afford this Ferrari here. which we should be able to get if I just do all the one-make races that I might be missing. First things first, let's get that M3. We won't get around it. Yeah, not even getting my hopes up to get a gold here. But just beating it would be enough. Right, those events easily some of the hardest. Probably in the entire Gran Turismo series, if I'm being honest. Like, those feel like S licenses on crack. Like, the timing is even tighter, plus you actually have to deal with traffic, which may or may not ruin a bunch of your laps if you get unlucky. Alright, I got the bronze here. I'm already dipping, man. I'm not even wasting time on this, man. I spent a 90k plus on the car to earn 4k. Stonks. Bad stonks. Negative stonks. And now I need to find enough money somehow for the Ferrari. Can you sell cars? I don't think you can. Once you own a car, you own it. So it's basically Gran Turismo 7. I will never let that go. Yeah, what a fitting one-make race. Instead of putting this car on, I don't know, Fuji or Suzuka, no. This is now, once again, budget NASCAR. Okay, how do I get through here? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Woohoo! Hey, what's actually in the slipstream? This thing can go pretty fast, like 270 and still climbing. Not bad at all. Definitely a lot more than I expected. Considering this car obviously isn't upgraded. Like, this is just stock cars in this game. Like, you wouldn't think this car gets that close to 300, but it does. At least without modifications. So what are we doing now? I don't have enough money for the Ferrari. So the only thing left to do is just grinding other races. I guess this is kind of where they wanted you to do online and earn some money that way. But since online isn't working here for obvious reasons. Arcade mode? We can go to, oh god, what happened to Suzuka? Okay, let's maybe not go to Suzuka. That thing has been eaten up by the void. Ooh, drift trial. I think I'll give it a try with the M3. Wait. You can sell cars. How much would I get from the Corvette? Okay, so you get roughly a third, I think, from what you paid for them. I could maybe sell a couple of my cars to enter the last event, but I don't think it is going to be super worth it. Also, we're drifting in London. That's probably a really bad idea, but hey, what could go wrong? Okay, yeah, like here's what I'll do. What did I do in Gran Turismo PSP? I think I put sports tires in the front, I think, and normal tires in the rear. Let's try it out. Let's try it out with that combination. Let's see how it works. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if that tire setup is a good idea. Maybe. 71 points. Woo! Honestly, I think it can work. I just have to be way more careful with the accelerator. But that's it. That's it. What? I mean, granted, where else do you want to drift on this track? Like this here is already a bit ambitious for a drift section. So fuck. Events. Where did I get that money, man? I need to make 200k out of thin air. It's all because of this ratio. Like, surely they knew what they were doing here. Basically, gatekeeping completion behind a really expensive car. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. Where do we What? They only have They only have GT5 and GT5 concept. I thought we would have some cheats. Shit. There's another class after this. Let's look it up on YouTube. None of this is anything new. Like, we've all seen this before multiple times. It's just more of the same. And I assume, especially for S-Class, I'll have to buy a bunch of supercars that I, once again, can't even afford. You can tune cars in S-Class. I mean, that's nice, I guess. I feel like that should not have been locked behind S-Class, but okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta say, in general, I'm kind of underwhelmed by GT5 Prologue. Like, initially, I liked that they had, like, a mini career mode. And online, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like Gran Turismo 4 Prologue was a bit more experimental and actually tried something new in a way. But this just feels like a really downsized, neutered version of GT5. I don't know. It was still interesting to see, though, and check it out. I'm glad I did. But yeah, also 40 bucks for this. I don't know, man. 40 bucks for 5 tracks. And a very small handful of cars. I don't know, man. I feel like this was probably a little bit of a ripoff, if I'm being honest. Maybe I should have played Prologue first and then GT5, because I did play the regular GT5 first and then Prologue. Maybe I should have done it the other way around. Maybe then I would have had a better experience. I think in general, I don't think GT5 Prologue did them any favors though, because it just set up wrong expectations and was fairly highly priced at the time. I feel like Gran Turismo 5 probably would have made a better impact and a better first impression if this didn't exist. Because this really did give people the impression that every car is gonna have an interior, you know, everything is gonna be super premium, yada yada yada. And in the end, you know, Gran Turismo 5 definitely recycled a lot of car models and other stuff from Gran Turismo 4. And I think that without this game here, giving the impression that, you know, this is all gonna be like new and from the ground up, I think people would have swallowed that pill a little bit better. It's cool that they made this nonetheless. I'm not gonna complain about, you know, that sort of stuff, but I'm just thinking like in the long term it probably did more harm than good. Either way, it was interesting to look into. Yes, this was certainly one of the demos of all time. That much I can say. Anonymous Gifter, thanks for the sub to the grind, yeah. Very present. And that's a wrap for Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. As you can tell, I have some mixed feelings on the game. Not necessarily because it's bad, but because it set up false expectations for the game. Playing this after the full game definitely made it very obvious. Nonetheless, it's still worth experiencing for its unique challenges, menus, and music. Did you play this game back in the day? If so, tell me about your online multiplayer experience, as that's a part of the game I wasn't able to check out. As always, a special thank you to my members and patrons, as well as James for editing this video. I promise this will be the last Gran Turismo video in a row for now, but I'm certainly coming back to GT5 in the near future. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.